Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of Real Housewives of Potomac Season 7, Episode 6. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I am Lady T. I like to do reviews on scripted reality shows, and also do reactions. If you're returning, you one of my peoples, welcome back. So, we have a few comments from last week's video, so let's go ahead and jump right on in. Queen Scarlet Pipsunk says, cute hair. Oh, thank you, boo. It's, wrapped up right now because it's doing all the things, and I'm trying my hardest to keep my hair up until like Friday. But when I tell you my hair, it's got a mind of its own. Now, I had commented, I have questions. When did Mia get adopted? And another thing, last season Mia said that she met G, at that strip club where they serve steak and lobster. But now she's talking about they met on the beach. And Queen Scarlet Pipsunk also says Mia act like she popping pills. Now, I don't know if it's that, but we do know that Mia is a liar. Another one from Queen Scarlet Pipsunk. Hey, boo again. Some people associate block things out when they are under pressure. That could be why Mia does that when asked about her health. I was like, I get what you're saying, but it's also that, like, it's been two different occasions where somebody close to her has brought up her health and she don't know what they're talking about. Like, it happened with her mom, and she's like, how you feeling, baby? How you going? And she was like, that what? And then it, like, dawned on her, oh, yeah, I done told this story about me having the big C. And when Court was asking, it was a whole nother story. So, yeah. Now, those is all the comments that we have from last week's video. Now, y'all, before we get into this review right here, I just want to get some things off of my chest. First of all, I am mad at myself that I thought Robin had changed. Now, that was my bad, thinking one little scene with Robin, and, she wasn't playing the game that the other two green-eyed bandits was playing. And that was my fault of thinking highly of Robin in that moment. That was my issue. Now, my issue with Robin and Giselle as it pertains to Wendy, I need y'all, and it pertains to Wendy and Candace, when they always, Wendy's a grafter, Candace does too much. I need Robin and Giselle and Ashley, and I need the people who watch the show. Can we start from the beginning? I don't want y'all talking about how I reacted to something. Let's talk about what caused me to react to this when it pertains to Candace and Whitney. Because they always, Candace is doing too much. Candace did this. Candace did that. What led Candace up to this situation is what I want to know. You not going to do this, and when I react, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. And another thing, please stop making it seem like Candace ran up on Ashley with a butcher knife. No, that is not what happened. What Terry did on the Soul Food movie after Miles and her cousin Faith was hunching on each other, that was running up on somebody with a butcher's knife. What Candace did was throw a butter knife at a heifer who had come back into her house, and in my opinion, you was breaking and entering. Because once I told you to leave, and you left out my door, and then you returned back in, you was trespassing. Therefore, I can protect my property. I don't care if my mama's name is on the building. If I lay here up at nighttime and I'm paying electricity, even if I'm not paying electricity, and my mama has afforded me to live in a house, and this is where I lay my head at night, and if I tell you to leave, you leave. Point blank and period. It's really coming off like they mad that Candace didn't have to lay on her back to get her lifestyle. That's what it's coming off as. And I am so happy that the producers this season, they are not letting this mess slide. I am so happy about that. Like, again, don't come at me after I responded. You come, if you did this and then did this, And now respond. That's a whole other thing. Giselle, Robin, y'all went around to the root talking about Whitney's husband cheating. Y'all basically said she was a loose woman because she decided, hey, I done had my 3 kids. My body is not where I want it to be yet. I'm going to do something about it. And she did something about it. And y'all done twipped and flipped that and turned that into her husband was cheating and that she did this for a man. Everything is not about a man. And y'all notice it is the 3, I don't even want to put Mia in it because like Mia be lying. Mia lies for no reason at all. But Giselle, Robin, and Ashley. These are the 3 people who are bringing lies to situation. I'm sorry because the men y'all been with have cheated on y'all left, right, up, and down, and one and had a baby on you. I'm sorry that is your story, but that is not everybody's story. I'm just sorry. Just because y'all not happy in the situation and in life that y'all were in, don't mean that y'all got to come over to somebody else's happy home and do some mess like that. Let's go ahead and get into this review. Basically, Ashley is like, I want you to hurt in the way that I hurt every time you call Michael a predator. I'm sorry, Michael's being a predator. We seen him grubbing on Andrews behind that first season. He had a whole lawsuit, press charges, I believe, if not a lawsuit against him from somebody who worked on production, where Michael was said to have grabbed this man's behind. And we're not gonna glaze past when Katie grabbed on Ray's behind. I don't condone that either. I'm just saying we're talking about Michael here. Yes, Katie, you was wrong. Don't ever do that again. But there's been time after time after time where Michael done some predatory things. Now you're coming to Candace with some innocent messages and trying to flip it like your husband is out here cheating on you. It don't feel so good. So Candace is like, okay, we're taking off the gloves. This is what we're doing. This is where we at. Okay, well, then I wasn't even going to bring this information to the surface. But here it is. Michael was over at such and such's house doing such and such. Yeah. Ashley talking about, I hear information about Michael all the time. And I sit in it and I process it. Ashley, there is a difference between being friendly, being flirting, and trying to say that somebody's trying to get with you. Differences. And you're trying to make this, Chris tried to get with me. Chris tried to get with my friend. Chris did this. And, again, bravo to the editors and producers. This friend that Chris was flirting with, Chris on his phone, the woman was looking at a totally different direction. Now I can almost guarantee you, if Chris was flirting with somebody, they would have got that on camera and they would have showed it. But they didn't, because there wasn't any footage. This was yet again. I am unhappy because I didn't have to lay down with this man so I can basically support my whole entire family, because let's not forget that Sheila is benefiting off from actually being with Michael. We not gonna forget that. And I'm pretty sure her little sister too. She probably got to hand over her brother some money. Uncle Lump, you and Aunt Uncle Lump, y'all need some money too. Yeah. So after all that messing went on, Candace goes to Giselle, and she's asking questions. Now here's my thing. I am never a person when somebody says they felt uncomfortable or something happened to them. I am never on the side of you were lying. It's just that in this particular instant, y'all know what I'm trying to say. I just woke up a little while ago. I don't believe Giselle, because Giselle's story keeps changing. Now, had Giselle come to it as, I didn't feel comfortable being in a room with a married man. Okay, that's perfectly fine. We understand that. But when you say, I didn't feel comfortable with Chris, that's when you're teetering on the I didn't know what his intentions were. Even though he has never showed anything like that before, but at this moment, I didn't feel comfortable. Now my thing is, Giselle, if you didn't think it was appropriate and you did not feel comfortable being in this room with this married man, you did not have to go to the room with this married man. Y'all could have dipped off onto the corner. Y'all didn't have to be specifically in the room. And Candace is asking the questions. Well, Chris said went like this. Chris said leave the door open because he didn't want to have his reputation sullied, and he didn't want to have your reputation sullied because he was thinking about your image as well as his. But you have turned that into this man did all this and made me feel so uncomfortable. But when I do see him again, I'm going to run up to him with open arms. This person who supposedly made me feel uncomfortable. And Candace basically tells her, see, it's women like you. I'm going to put women. It's people like you who don't feel comfortable telling them truth when something happens to them. Giselle, she talking about you're an advocate. Giselle, you are no advocate for anybody. Because if you felt this way, you would have called Candace on the phone like, hey, I talked to me and Chris have a conversation in my room. He made me feel uncomfortable. But you didn't do that. You waited till the cameras were rolling so you can have a storyline. And it's not turning out the way you thought it was. You thought people were going to be looking at Chris side-eye, like, how dare Chris make Giselle feel uncomfortable. But what you didn't take into consideration was Bravo was probably thinking, we don't want no parts of this, so we're going to show all of the evidence. And it's looking like you and Ashley are lying. Because last week, when Ashley sat there and said, it doesn't feel good, does it? That let me know she know what she's saying is messed up. And she don't believe it to be true. But she's going to say that to get back at Candace. It's like she went over to Candace's house and seen this beautiful house that Candace was effortlessly able to get. And she's sitting over here waiting on Michael, yet again, to afford her living accommodations. I just love how the Bravo producers, and I'm thankful for them, that they continue to show Chris not looking at any of these women, not paying them any type of attention, not flirting with anybody. Even when Mia was making all kind of noise, he didn't look over there like, what's wrong with her? He didn't even do a what's wrong with her. He was looking off to the side. Candace, Ashley's friend who Chris was flirting with. Now, you want us to believe that a party where not only his wife, but his wife's co-workers are at, and cameras galore, and boom mics galore, that Chris was flirting with your friend? This is what you want us to believe. Okay. Yeah, I could care less. I couldn't care less about this whole sit down between Mia, Sharice, and Jacqueline. I just wanted to say it was very, very shady. How Mia was like, she loves Sharice because Sharice's eyelashes just be sliding all over the place, and Sharice don't care. Now back to Robin. See, I thought, now this could be she's having to play a role because she's in front of Giselle. Because y'all know that's where, when Giselle is around, Robin has to be in the same mind frame as Giselle. And it's like, Robin, your life would be so much easier on this show if you wasn't always jumping in front of the sword for Giselle. This is the whole reason that you and Wendy are in this mess. Because last week, Wendy was talking to Giselle, and you jumped in yet again to defend Giselle. And Wendy focused her anger that was on Giselle, and she put it on you. Had you sat back, ate your snacks, and drunk your drink, y'all wouldn't be in this predicament right now. But back to Robin, I should have known better, but I had faith that Giselle had, not Giselle, but Robin had seen the light, because she was like, she expressed how she didn't think this whole situation with Chris was true with Giselle. But now she's sitting here with Giselle and they're actually talking about some Candace is dramatizing the situation. No, you're not going to tell me something about my husband that I know that is not true. When I know this is your MO. This is the third season in a row that you have done this. And everybody's saying this is Candace and Chris's turn to get it. Okay. Insinuating that you feel fearful of this man. No, we don't play those type of games over here. No, we don't. And y'all know I had my little revenge scenario with what I thought Candace should have done to get back at Giselle. Now I'm trying to wonder what my revenge scenario would be for, Ashley. Now, because I can be a messy, evil individual at times, not all the times, but I've been like, I would have doggone found some way to get the information on Ashley's daddy and befriended him. And went on social media like, this is my new friend Bob. Because Ashley's daddy don't want nothing to do with her. Is that messed up? Is that evil? Yes, it is. But this is the game that we're playing right now. Because you came over to my house, I served you food. We had a good little chat. And then you wait and tell me that your friend said that my husband was flirting at her at an event where there was so many people around, and you want me to believe that? Don't be mad at me because your husband has never been faithful to you. Don't be mad at me that you had to do things in your relationship that you didn't want to do, but you had to do to secure this money. I don't care whether Ashley and Michael get divorced or not, but I think it would be really, really funny if Michael sued her for sole custody and won. I would think it would be real funny is, like, if they did get divorced. I'm not wishing it on her. I'm just saying it would be funny that prenup, that new prenup that she signed, that she didn't look all the way over with the lawyer, that she not going to be getting exactly what she thought she going to be getting. I just think that would be funny. Where we at? Where we at? Yeah, so we talked about how Giselle, she has a pattern. This is maybe the third season in a row she did that, where she hears a rumor, makes up a rumor, whatever it be, and she talks about this rumor with several different people, and then when she brings it to the person that it's going to affect, when that person reacts, now that person is wrong. So you're supposed to be able to come to me and tell me that my husband made you feel uncomfortable, and I'm supposed to apologize to you when I know this is not right, when you said that he didn't do anything, he didn't say anything salacious, he did not touch you, but you felt uncomfortable. It was not the uncomfortable being around with a married man, it was he made you feel uncomfortable. Ashley, you're supposed to tell me that my husband tried to get with you when we know that's not true. You're telling me that some friend said that my husband was flirting with her at an event that a plethora of our friends were at, that I was at, that producers were at, where cameramen were at, where boomers were at, and I'm supposed to be like, I'm not supposed to react. You're supposed to be able to dump all this on my doorstep, and I'm not supposed to react. I'm going to need y'all both to shut up and sit down somewhere. So 8 of the ladies make it to Miami because, Mia, she wanted to have this whole celebration in Miami. Even though they believe this is a gorgeous home, why are we not on South Beach? The green-eyed bandits are green-eyed abandoning. I just want to know, why does Giselle know Robin's bathroom schedule? How do you know how many times she go to the restroom in the morning? So some of the people don't have bathrooms. Ashley is stealing Candace's room card so she can get her, a not so nice room. So the Green Eyed Bandits, they didn't switched it up so Wendy and Candace can have, they can share the smaller room because, we even know, Ashley's in her 30s, Robin in her 40s, Giselle in her 50s, maybe Robin's in her 50s. I don't know the age. This is the things we do. Now, I wish Sharice, I want my own bathroom. I don't want to be sharing a bathroom with a grown woman. No. I have the funds that I can just go to a hotel. This is Miami. There is hotels everywhere. I will get me a nice room. I will film with y'all all day. Do the all activities. But at night, I'm going to go to my hotel room. I just got to show up for scenes. They ain't say, do I have to spend the night? That's where I would have been at. So, y'all, that was the gist. If I left anything out by me, leave a comment below. If you were new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It is free all day, every day, $4.99. Make sure your notifications are on so my beautiful Facebook video. You can click on it, you can like it, you can share with your people, and you can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already one of my peoples, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.